This is a
2020,
very
2022, I think.
this is a very well executed version of a type of movie that I really fucking don't like watching. Like I think I've said
I
this on
found
the show. I
myself
really
thinking about
dislike
All
where
About
there's a
Eve.
creepy guy and you
Oh
can't get
yeah,
rid of him.
Jim. That's a good one,
Uh-huh.
Jim.
Well, so I've heard people describe this as like uh Almost Famous meets Nightcrawler, and I'm like, no, this is just single white female.
Yeah, more or less. That's
I
not that
like
way of
Jim's
putting
All
it.
About Eve.
Or
It's
even
a
All About
little of
Eve,
that too.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Although
Nightcrawler for
I don't think
starfuckers.
the protaguist is ever like vying for
Yeah,
his job.
sycophants.
But it's in. I thought if everything, I thought most of the characters were, once he got involved in the entourage, everybody felt incredibly real in terms of like the two dudes who were kind of always like wisecracking and challenging him all the time, and some other hangers
Both
on. And
these movies felt way too real.
yeah, that was what the guy was doing. That the editor guy
It's like,
says,
should I be watching this here?
Mhm,
Or,
exactly.
it's
The scene where they're shooting the music video and he captures the first shot of the sheep with the old camera,
Mhm.
and the editor keeps trying to look at it. Like
Yeah.
he just keeps getting blocked from looking at
I
it.
know,
And
as they're looking at the rushes there.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
like that scene's really good.
Yeah.
I think
I think
Waiting
this
for
movie-
them to tell him to take his pants down.
I think the scene with
The editor.
I think the scene with the editor's in that scene. He's just sitting on
Yeah.
the other side of the room.
Yeah, yeah.
The I think the scene where they have that conversation in the studio towards the end, where he starts out by giving the sort of bullshit answer, which is, I'm the only one who's going to tell you no. Everyone around you tells you yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell. And that as it proceeds, as it keeps going from there, he changes to, I'm just like everyone else, except I want it
On
more.
it more.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that scene's great. I think
Yeah.
that scene in particular is great because you see him, you see Ollie start to understand that he's right about everyone around you tells you yes, and then end with I want it more. And at the end of the movie, he ends up on the I want it more side,
Uh-huh.
not the everyone tells you yes, I tell you no side. Like
Right.
that actually worked on him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this movie, I wasn't sure how I felt about it because I was just so skeeved out through most of the running time. But this movie really sticks the fucking landing to me.
Oh, absolutely it does. There's also the bit where, where he's coming into his entourage and yeah, he starts out saying, I'll say no to you, and everyone will say yes. But really, I think he's just trying to prove that he's more talented than anybody else.
Right.
You know,
I want it more.
But why wanting it more means you have to impress him with whatever you can
With some
think of
actual
that's going to
talent.
get his attention. And it's like whatever he thinks is going to advance his career or whatever. And does he really does have this talent, or you think is simply
No,
out
that's
of
the
the
thing is
out of his drive?
I don't think anyone, like you said early on, Scott, I think part of why I like this film so much is like what Chris said too. I think it's just, even though it's one of those like, oh, make your skin crawl, it's so well made, right? It's so
Really
well
well
written.
Oh, I wish I had background. Just
And-
luminous scenes of like LA at
and-
night and things like that.
Well,
Gorgeous.
and like you
those-
said,
there it
though,
is.
it just
Those are
feels
the-
real.
Those
Yeah.
are the
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
no,
these people
those
feel
are-
so real.
Uh-huh.
Those
They
are
do.
those are the unreality scenes in the movie, is the ones with the Michael Mann LA in
Mhm.
the background. That's where he's living in his head.
Yeah, it's the
He's-
romanticized
maybe, yeah,
version
right.
of. But then when he's up on but going back to like I felt this was it felt so real, like what these young guys must look like, act like, speak like, and live
Mhm.
like.
Right.
And the only like what I was blown away by was how that guy, I think Tad's completely right in terms of he wanted it more than anyone else,
Right.
right?
But he also has an insight maybe
But
into
I don't think he's talented. I don't think anyone is talented except for the singer.
including the singer. Well, see,
I mean,
singer, I
he's
can't
the
judge
only
it.
one that has some talent, obviously, because he can record and he's got a following and he's becoming famous. But that's subjective. But I mean, literally, just taking out an 8mm camcorder and just pointing it is not talent.
But the video with the paintball thing,
that was pretty cool.
And the movie seems to be making the argument that Ollie looks at the video and goes, "Shit, this is kind of working," and he saw something that no one else did. And
it's not just that, because he's also looking at the rest of the documentary, and it's the same thing.
Knowing to like record him when he falls on his bike and stuff like that.
Well, but he didn't know that. He did that by mistake.
No, that's what I mean.
Went outside,
but seeing value in that somehow.
Right, seeing value in that. What he sees, his talent, is he sees what he can do to feed Ollie's ego in a way that no one else can, because they're not actually creating anything for him.
No.
And that's why Jamie's such a threat, is because Jamie starts also creating things for him. And it's like, oh, well, this guy's going to replace me, which again, single white female. Like it's
and like, when he tells him like, they liked you, but just like, you can't come around.
Right.
That doesn't work, does it?
No.
I mean, honestly, watching this thing made me like, God forbid, I would have ever gotten famous, because I'm sure that guys like this are a given. You are going to have people around you that are your buddies who tell you everything you want to hear, and then every once in a while somebody's going to slide in, and you won't be able to get rid of them.
Well, you probably had a better chance than most, Chris, because of your dad and Laurel.
Well, there's literally like I couldn't fucking exist.
Britney Spears' dad. There's a Britney Spears dad in every Entourage.
Now, one of the things that
there's a guy who gets you drugs. There's a guy who holds your gun, and there's Britney Spears' dad. Like that's every Entourage.
One of the things that really told the story well was the art direction in this film. I'm not just talking about like the beautiful night scenes, but Ollie's house was obviously a gorgeous rental in the hills, right? And it's decorated with paper shit. It's just like,
it's because they
nothing in that house.
They don't know what to do with their money.
Yeah, there's no taste in anything. Every room is as hideous and
it's because it's new. It's new money to young people.
It's like the Jungle Book. It's
don't
like
have
the monkeys
any
living in the palace.
Go watch videos of YouTubers showing off their mansions in the hills. It's the same fucking thing. Not that I think I would do any better at it, but I also wouldn't put the paper shit on my walls either.
Yeah,
well, I mean, there are people who exist that will, you just hire them and they will furnish your shit.
I know,
you have that much money.
Just put some nice furniture.
They're the ones who buy you
mid-century modern, and we can pretend we have taste.
Right, and that's the thing I would never do. Now, would I have an even larger collection of DVDs and Blu-rays? Yes, I would.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would that be one of the rooms?
It would be a whole room.
Like a miniature, like a
built my own Criterion closet.
Your very own.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but also
you would have people come over.
The clothing store. If you ever gone around Melrose and looked around, it was perfect because it's this kind of hideous. It's just a bunch of racks and it's full of hip people.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It reminded me of places in Europe and in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Sort of
did I sleep through like the opening scene? Did I sleep through a moment where you find out that he has been waiting his whole life for Ollie to walk in so he can play?
I don't think he's
not been waiting his whole life, but the minute he sees him walk in, he puts on that song on purpose.
Yes.
Ollie, I believe Ollie has been in there before, and in his mind, he was like, the next time he comes in here,
we're putting on that song.
You just have to assume that.
And then I'm going to act like I don't know who he is.
When he does, the camera work is so cool because it follows Ollie around, and then in the corner is always, what's his name, the main character?
Matthew.
He's always in the corner doing that thing like that. That dog puppet with looking in the side eye. He's like, the entire time. He's always in the shot.
Is it working?
Exactly.
Is it working?
Just like that.
Is it working? Is it working?
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like,
Which
really
is so
something.
funny too, because the other young guy who makes the sweaters, who does work there as well,
Also
is like a genuine person though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he's
he
like an
is.
actual like
Well, he
I am a
seems a lot
fan.
nicer.
I'm a real person. I'm not a psychopath.
He works
I
with his
have some
hands.
talent. Like he can make kind of interesting sweaters. Like that's
Yeah,
a talent.
exactly.
Like
Or at least sweaters these guys like.
yeah, they're like
Yeah,
that's
right.
fucking cool.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
But I think it's like we've reached a cultural moment with people like this where if something looks off enough and kind of ugly, then it's actually cool and like they like it, So they're like,
Yeah,
that kind of looks like a homeless person would wear it. Give me 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got cut off. I was saying this movie is Nightcrawler for starfuckers, and Tad, you think it's single white female?
Yeah.
Yeah, I both think.
I think it could be.
Yeah.
I think both of those things are two sides of the same
It's
coin.
also All About Eve,
Yeah.
but
I like
Matt-
the All
Matt
About
does
Eve,
not
too.
want Ollie's job.
No, it's not like he's trying to be him, but he's definitely.
It's
It's
sort
that-
of
it's
a
that- it's that-
vampire film, in
Yeah.
A little bit.
Because
Yeah, I
he
found myself
like
thinking about
feeds.
this
They're
movie.
all feeding off of him, which is what groupies do, right?
Also,
Or
an
hangers-on.
overall reaction to the entire film is like, this is every single kid in here is a millennial, and I want to strangle every single one of them.
Me too.
Yeah, I just like
I thought
just
they
like
were all
there's
Zoomers.
something just in this jet
No,
generation.
they
I don't
are.
want to put them
They're-
down. They're great kids. I
They're
have
Gen
one-
Zs. They're Gen Zs.
They're Gen
these kids.
Zs. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
think so.
still want to strangle
I
them.
found this movie a tremendously unpleasant watching experience, but I was thinking about it for days afterward. And
Yes.
I didn't think it stuck the fucking landing. Like,
Yeah.
had it ended any other way than the way that it did, I would have liked it a hell of a lot less.
Well, and the scene behind you where they're talking about the video and he just gets up and he goes and he rips the camera off the wall. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I know exactly who did this to me, and now I can't do fuck all about it.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. There it is.
Also,
But
I didn't realize this until later, but the guy who plays Ollie, the singer,
Producer.
is he a producer on this?
Yeah, he's a producer on this show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, he was also a small character, but he was the other American couple in Midsommar.
Yep.
that got
wow.
killed. Yeah, he was the the guy and the girl that weren't from the main crew.
Yep.
That's him.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cool.
He gets all splayed out.
Yeah,
know,
he gets dispatched rather ugly. That's exactly. But also, this film has one of those. There's a Spinal Tap ending, where everything is just going all fucked up for Matthew. He's in there. He's not the thing. Then he has his breakthrough with thinking
The
about
documentary's a
documentaries,
fucking
and all of a
hit.
sudden the film ends in a film festival. And it's like it's like
And they're like genuine. Like I believe it. Like
Yeah,
Chris
and
said, they
all
stick
these
it.
people just
I
love
think
it.
they're best friends now, and they're
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
like, "This is fucking
Yeah.
good work that you did, dude."
maybe
Well,
he didn't. Maybe that was the goal he wanted, but didn't know he wanted
But
to actually
all
be
the-
like a documentarian.
Putting to
or a
all the
filmmaker.
people that he fucked over at some point,
Yeah.
waiting for like, wow, yeah. Bring
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Go
I wonder
on.
if that. I wonder if like an actual.
And they are. They have that.
And then they cut it.
Well,
I will
and they
say-
show
I
everyone
will-
in the audience being like that fucking piece of
That
shit.
fucking
Okay,
shit.
two things I really don't like about this movie. One is this is my complaint about any movie in this thematic genre. The Thing You Do is the one I will always go back and reference to. Movies about fake musicians, the music is always terrible. His music is bad.
Oh yeah.
I have
His-
no idea.
I wouldn't say it was bad. I mean, it's maybe generic, but it actually sounds like it could be contemporary. In a weird like neo R&B soul
I
don't
just don't.
follow
I don't
that
think
kind
he
of
would.
Billie Eilish fucking thing.
I don't think he would ever get nominated for a Grammy, even though the Grammys are bullshit. I still don't
No.
think it would.
And I take your point, Zach, because I
He
think
made
you
enough
are
money,
right
you
about that on the whole.
I have no idea.
Most of the music by these like fictitious bands is fucking so dog shit. It's hard to take it. I
this
think
is an
kind of
actor. This is an actor who wants to have a side gig as a
But I think this
singer.
kind of took the middle of the road. Like I didn't think the music sucked. Now it's not something I wasn't like blown away by it, but I didn't think it was bad.
The other thing is I'm really tired of movies that end with the like, I'm gonna ask you a question.
And then
Cut.
cut.
Yeah.
Wait, tell me another one that does that, because I couldn't think of one.
There's a
No,
bunch
there's
of,
a few.
there's a bunch
few.
of movies that just have that like, oh, I'm about to say something important to the plot, and
Boom.
no.
You don't find out.
Yeah.
I can't bring it to my. I know you're right. There's a couple of films like that.
Yeah,
But
there
the
are.
reason that you
But I
can't
thought
The
this one did it well.
Sopranos
This one did it well, though. They
the
did it
reason
well.
that you can't bring it to your mind, this might be the one that you bring to your mind in the future if it comes up,
Almost
is
think-
because this one's better about
than
it
some of the other ones.
than a
Yeah.
lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
A lot of the movies that
The stakes
end
are
that
a lot higher here when he's
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
answer
Well,
that question.
because Tad, I would argue that what's about to come out of his mouth is probably like the most generic fucking
Right.
thing
Yeah.
imaginable, not grounded in truth or reality or what he actually did.
No, he's
Or
not
or
gonna.
or
No, he's
or,
gonna
or it's
say
a
the
joke
same-
where he's like, you got to lie, fucking cheat and steal and fucking backstab.
That's the lesson I got. It's like, do you
Right,
really?
but I
is it
don't
only,
think-
Go ahead.
I don't think he's going to say that
Mhm.
because he had the opportunity to say that in a much smaller venue earlier
Yeah.
in the movie when he was
Yeah.
talking to the guy outside the store, and he's like,
Yeah, that guy
"Yeah,
was
how'd
like
you
really
do this?"
earnest. Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we grew up together." Like his
Yeah.
immediate response is lie.
I couldn't believe how real too, like
Uh-huh.
those girls just want to be around Maddie because he was in that guy's fucking crew.
Oh yeah.
Like this guy's a nobody, but he's now Instagram famous, so they fucking love him too. I'm just like,
Oh yeah. That's
this is
how
insane. This
But
world
that's
is
how that
insane.
works. You know.
Well, and
It
Jamie
is
and
fame.
Jamie's like, "Oh, you've got a whole cult following around you now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
See how
Mhm.
this works?
You know, I'm
Crazy.
naive, and I like to think I'm not that a person can get famous and not stomp on people's balls on the way up. But this film is not that. That's the opposite.
You could
This
pair
film
this
is
with
this film's
Nightcrawler.
message is you can't get anywhere unless you stomp on people's balls on the way up.
You could
Well,
you compare this with Nightcrawler, Single White Female, and Assassination of Jesse James.
Okay, all right, good enough.
yeah,
No,
another movie about
They also
somebody who
they
got famous by being a piece of shit.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jim.
they're it's just that they're no talent slugs. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's part of it.
That's what people can just get famous and rich off of being
Right.
no
You can
talent
become
slugs.
famous
if you
without
have one of
any
these.
reason
Right.
for
If you
your
have one of
fame.
these, that's
Uh-huh.
all you
Yeah.
need.
Well,
Yeah,
the concept of famous for being famous has existed forever. Like,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just never been so easy to do it.
right.
Since
It's just
Kim
easier.
Kardashian's
Yeah.
sex tape.
No, it's long,
started with- well, the-
long before that.
And Tad is right too, but the first person I attribute the hellscape to is Paris Hilton. I think is my first
Well,
kill
she
that
was-
bitch.
Well, she went out there first, but I don't know. This is like this. It might be a generational thing, but this is art in the time of artlessness. There's no style to this thing. It's like I keep thinking about the house again. It's like there's no Gen Z style. They just gather everybody
said
else's
that-
style, and
everyone
throw it in the
said
wall.
that
They
about
rented
every
that house because of the
generation.
zip code, right?
Yeah.
That's
It had
right.
nothing to do with the
What,
house.
what,
That's
what, what, does
right.
Ted, what does Ted say?
Everyone has said this about every
enough.
generation, going back
Yeah.
to the point where we started criticizing art.
Well, no, I'm
Like-
not. This isn't one of those. I think their music's
It's those
just a noise
goddamn
thing.
cave dwellers.
Grandpa misses his Victrola.
But no, there's
I
style.
love that scene behind. They do so many scenes so well, but that scene behind Chris is like when they're all fucking hate him. He's
Yeah.
not welcome
Hate
there
him.
anymore,
Uh-huh.
and he's just walking up taking food off there. Oh, this is
He
bomb.
knows they hate
This is
it.
bomb. Like just
Yeah.
taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard,
Well, the thing is, like,
every icky moment is so well done in this movie. dude.
Yeah.
He
I had to
doesn't.
leave. I had to put this on pause and leave the room about a half dozen times.
I think, and like somebody else objected to the music in this thing. I don't think I had a problem with it because it's like I had to listen to a lot of music. We're researching a screenplay and of this particular type. It just sounds like everything else. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
like
it
if you heard
sounded
the
like
entire
background
song that
music.
all he was singing from beginning to end, you're probably like, oh, it's not bad.
I-
It is good. It's as good a job as they could. That
I mean,
way.
I think a lot of that bubblegum pop sounds the same from Ariana Grande to whomever.
Well,
Selena
And,
Gomez.
so
Archie.
You guys
Tame
saw-
Impala and
you guys
MCM
saw-
and MGMT and
No, I think
things
Tame
like that.
Impala
saw
has some
Bach Lux, right?
distinctive
No,
sound.
either way, it's like I
What's
didn't have a
that,
problem. I didn't have a
You
problem with
guys
it.
saw Vox Lux, right?
Oh, I loved Vox.
No, I did not see
They
it.
actually hired Sia
Yeah,
to write bad songs for that movie.
and
they're
that movie,
probably-
that's the only movie that shows you like almost an entire concert
And they're
within the
probably
movie.
better than this.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, they probably are.
But it was
if I
the same
remember
thing
right.
where it's like, I don't know, this sounds like anything I could have like accidentally been forced to listen to on something. Because I mean, I go to Interpol shows. I mean, like, I have no
Hey,
fucking.
none of this shit touches Josie and the Pussycat, so just go away.
That was
I
It's okay. They go the cards.
But
like,
I really did think this movie was extremely well executed, and I never ever want to see it again.
okay, let's go to the cards. I had no problem with this film. This was
that
really
was very well
interesting.
Very well done.
I just like it was hard. It was a hard watch.
It's uncomfortable, dude.
Yeah, it was a hard watch,
like,
but I got a lot out of it.
I mean, Chris, the Colosseum was well done too.
I go
But
back
it was
to
full of dying
what was
people.
the first one I remember.
Rarely, actually.